Okay, gonna be pretty quiet today, so I won't turn the gain up. All right, what are we discussing today? Okay, so basically, let me just actually turn the gain up even more because hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, it's clipping it. Okay, yep, still a bit too high. How about like there? Right, okay, cool. So what do we have to discuss today? I'm speaking really quietly because it's like 3 a.m. in the morning, and I did say to myself that I was going to make one of these every day, so this technically counts, I hope. It's 3 o'clock, and this will probably take about 20 to 30 minutes, so I might end up sleeping at 3:30 or later. But that's okay, because when I commit to things, they better be done. Well, I hope that's true, but it usually isn't. But one of the things is that I really like making these, so I make these for myself. So, tired or not, want to sleeping, motivated to sleep or not, I'm gonna make it just because I enjoy it and I want to get something off my mind. Yeah, last night after I made last night's vlog, I had some shower thoughts, and I thought before that I noticed myself spontaneously waking up in the shower after letting my mind trail off, or what was it? Letting my mind wander, and I'd wake up, and I wonder what differentiated those moments of present, of me being present, of me being awake, from those where my mind was wandering. And there are like two answers to this, I think. No, maybe, yeah, like two in my mind. There's two answers, and one is the Buddhist answer, which is to basically stop thinking. And when you stop thinking, you become present in the moment. Okay, maybe there's only one. I was thinking of two, but it's really only one. It's that you become present in the moment. You kind of experience the feelings, no matter what sense you're paying attention to. You're really feeling what there is to feel in the present moment. So you become awake when you have a visceral feeling of things, like feeling every raindrop on your skin. Raindrop, no, drop of hot water in your skin, or the way the water runs past your toes when it hits the ground, or the smell of the steam in the bathroom. I think my problem with this intuition, the Buddhist intuition, is that it doesn't account for the awakeness that you feel despite having thoughts. And I was thinking, how can you integrate these theories, right? How can you, like, what is my hypothesis for why we can feel conscious but still think? And if we still think, then surely the Buddhist conception cannot be true, because you're thinking. And that led me to agency, like the agency of thoughts as the answer to that. As in, you're conscious, you become conscious, you become awake when the thoughts you have are ones that you are going to express or utilize. I guess you're going to utilize, because say if my mind is trailing off into like, oh, what should I buy, this and that, because it's not certain, because you're not saying I'm certainly going to buy this, you're asking yourself what you're going to buy. You are not really conscious, because there's there's no real utility of those thoughts. And so when you think about, when I was in the shower and I was thinking about this exact thing, I knew I had to express these thoughts, and knowing that, I was conscious in my thinking. I felt conscious. I felt there with my thoughts. On the other hand, when I was thinking about what camera accessories to buy or if I should buy them or not, they didn't really register with me as me feeling awake. And when I did start thinking about certain things to act on, such as making this, what I should do in the next video, so this one, then I became conscious, and I started planning things consciously rather than letting my mind wander. And that again is all linking back to a noisy mind, because I think the default state of the noisy mind is to go into that mind wandering state, where if your mind goes into the past or into the future without intentional planning or utility, like I am going to do this. I am going to express certain thoughts I have, such as like perhaps artistic inspirations, for example. If it's not that, then your mind's going to wander, and when you have that noise in your mind, that's a default state. That your mind's going to wander, and you're not going to feel awake. But on the other hand, if it is expression of ideas or artistic ideas or intentional planning, then I think those are the moments where I feel the most awake and connected to myself, to the human experience, to life itself. So that's pretty much what I had to say about that topic, and I did write down some notes last night about this, but I think I probably covered it all. Yes, getting lost in thought. Such thoughts about purchasing certain items are not utilized to express oneself or navigate reality, and so that they're similar to the feeling of losing consciousness. And if I'm trying to express myself in any media, photography, blogging, poetry, vlogging, writing, whatever it is, I kind of feel awake and alive and conscious. And so in essence, that is how we should deal. I feel like we should deal with the human experience of the noisy mind. So that's why I don't really agree with Buddhism, because Buddhists would say, just if you don't want to suffer, then just get rid of it. But suffering, as Nietzsche might say, is a part of the human experience. And when you deny that, why should you even be alive? What's the point of life? And yes, I did deny the point of there is a point of life, but if you can create it, then that's great, right? And to create that meaning, that purpose, you need to have the noisy mind. You need to embrace the noisy mind, and you need to create things out of it. And I also think that's what makes us fundamentally human, is that we are able to act upon the noisy mind, and we feel conscious when we're being human, right? We feel connected to the state of our being, of the human experience, when we act upon our noisy minds, when we utilize it. And I think that's how any progress in human thinking happens is that just is merely acting on a noisy mind, which is great. Yeah, that's about it. Do you have anything else to say about this topic? I suppose this could be exactly what Nietzsche is saying in denying Buddhism and Stoicism, that it denies the fundamental point of human experience. And I've personally learned to find interest in certain weird things, weird phenomena, for example. And it's a good outlook on life is to think that you can always learn things from situations, no matter how bad, gruesome, happy they are. So whatever your emotional judgment of them is, there's always something to learn. I don't know what brought me to that point, I forgot. But yeah, there's that. Yeah, I think perhaps if Nietzsche was saying this, then I definitely agree with him, that we just need to grasp the noisy mind and use it to the best of our ability to live a meaningful life. And that could be another thing, is that if you are utilizing such noisy mind to bring meaning to your life, and whatever that might be, if that meaning is through art, then utilizing your noisy mind to make art is meaningful. Yeah. You're expressing yourself. You're expressing things in your head. Yeah, and again, it's all about finding life interesting and learning things from life. And if in Buddhism you deny that, you fundamentally deny suffering, which is in essence human, being a human, then you're denying humanity, right? So I think that is not the answer. So perhaps the answer is to give yourself meaning through the noisy mind. Use the noisy mind to give yourself meaning. It's interesting because I found that in some way, every time I talk about certain topics, it always comes back to, what does it mean? What does it mean? That is the fundamental question of philosophy. And I feel like every time I sort this out in my mind, I get a little bit closer to it, which is great. Yeah, that's my theory for now. That's as of what's the date today? The 11th of April, 3 o'clock. That is what I see as the meaning of life. And this is the vlog for the 10th, but it's kind of past midnight. And now I wonder what the next evolution of my journey to meaning is, or meta meaning, I suppose, because meaning would be my meaning, my individual meaning, as I established. If you agree with that there is no intrinsic meaning, then I have to find my own meaning. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like what I'm exploring right now is what makes things meaningful, which is really some sort of meta meaning, is sort of trying to understand meaning on a meta level, like what makes things meaningful. So yeah, I think that what I've just explained to you hopefully makes sense, and that is, after a lot of thinking, is what I've come to believe meaning is. Yeah, I wonder where that will go from there, but I will stop dragging this for too long because I do have to go to sleep. I have work tomorrow in the morning. So, and 15 minutes might be a short 16 now. Might be the shortest vlog I've done, but I think it's one of the most meaningful ones, so I'll forgive it. I have a shiny nose. Yeah. All right, cool. Hope that meant something to you. I mean, if you have any questions about it whatsoever, don't hesitate to ask me. Because I like questions because it challenges my view on things, and that lets me evolve it further, which is something that I also think you should be doing with meaning. But I'll leave that topic for another day. So maybe I'll go take a shower and go to sleep. And I'll edit this tomorrow morning. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. All right. Thanks for watching. If you have watched it, if you haven't watched it, then no thanks for not watching. Something like that. But yeah, either way, hope it's helpful for someone, even if it's just me. Cheers.